What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Angels Franchise, Episode 4, where in the last episode, we got to see our number one prospect out there in AAA in Salt Lake, Giancarlo Portillo, a.k.a. Big Mike. He was big at the plate, going 3 for 4, as well as trading a franchise great in Mike Trout. He is out in Milwaukee doing great things. We'll check on him. Also in this episode, we're getting into our second ever MLB draft. I'm so excited for that. To get into the biggest part of episode 4, which is the MLB draft. As you can see, we are at the All-Star break here in year 2. It's 2026. We've only had one draft so far in this rebuild, and we had a damn good one. We had multiple arms, pitchers that are going to be insane in this rotation later down the line when we develop them a little bit, and found our first round pick, Big Mike, Giancarlo Portillo. He is going to be a big bat in this lineup coming up. Not this season. I'm choosing to keep these players down for one more year. We need one more season to let some of the contracts come up the books, as you'll see, and a couple other things, trading away some players or prospects, gathering talent through the draft. So we're going to wait one more year to call up these players we drafted last year, and maybe some of these players we draft this year are ready to go. I'm hoping players like Jonathan Garlobo can fall. I know it says he's draft rank 13, MLB draft rank. There's players that are not ranked that go in the first round sometimes. It's kind of crazy how far they go ahead of where they're ranked. So I wonder if he's even going to fall to 5. We'll have to see. And after that, there's only pitchers, which if you know my strategy, I don't like taking pitchers unless they are discovery pitchers late in the draft because you always find gems. So instead, I'm probably going to reach on someone I know isn't bad, at least. He'll be decent, which is Peter Tunick. We'll have to see, though. I'm not exactly sure. He's going to be insane on the base pass for sure. So we'll see. We're going to see where the draft ends up. And I'm super hyped to get into year 2's MLB draft. As Jonathan Garlobo goes immediately, I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. We don't even get to see if he has a chance to fall. He just goes right, number 1 overall. So that's how you kind of know he's generational. I'm telling you, he's going to be insane, and we just should have been a little worse. What's the difference between 5th overall and 1st? It's got to be like 10 wins or less. I mean, come on. We should have just won a little less last year. I know that's crazy to say. We should have probably traded Mike Trout last year and really started tanking. They all go pitcher. Like I said, we're going to have pitchers later in the draft that were discovery guys. I'm going to have to go with someone probably I scouted. I'm going to go with Peter Tunick just because he's the highest on our draft rank. It's going to be a reach, but at least we know what we're getting, right? I mean, that's a reach for sure. Hopefully we can make up for it later in this draft. And I'm still going to go with guys I scouted for now. Like I said, you'll see my process on how I draft in this draft again, which is, like I said, we go position players early, and then after that, we go pitchers in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round every time, and usually we're going to find gems, and that's just how it works. So you always want to reach on position players first, always. So Jared Ortiz, just based on his secondary positions, he looks like kind of a utility player, which is interesting. And he's 6'5", 215, Wisconsin born, eating that corn. We're going to have to see, man. I don't know. I'm not going to go catcher. I still believe in Logan O'Hoppe. We're going to go the 6'5". Now, we don't know fully, but if you see, I scouted him 50% of the way, and he's going up in our draft ranks, which gives me hope that he should be pretty decent and get even better if we fully scouted him. So with our second round pick, what overall is it? We got it 43rd overall pick. Second round, we're going to go Jared Ortiz. I am super hyped to see if he lives up to the billing because he's 6'5", 215, which is kind of insane. So we can see who we get in this 3rd round. Now we have no one scouted left, which kind of sucks. So we're going to kind of go in blind. But there's still not any, other than Darren Young, who's a little too old. I like going 18-year-old pitchers and developing them for sure, more than going guys, out of college instead. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to go with this discovery. Chad Owens. He's from Australia. His name's Chad. I mean, he's 2'11", 6 foot. He's a shortstop. We don't know if he's good or not, but look at this mustache, guys. Come on. Are we serious? I only have 20 seconds to pick. I'm on the clock right now. This guy's mustache alone, the aura alone, is telling me I have to draft Chad Owens. I don't know what else to tell you. This guy's mustache alone might just get him on my team. I don't care. He looks like he's going to be a baller. Welcome to the team, Chad Owens, our 3rd round pick. And we're going to sim to our next pick. And we're going to go Discovery guys. Okay, so as you can see, they're Discovery guys because they're not ranked. So we found them, and MLB doesn't even know who they are. So we're going to go Terry Anaya out of Cuba, 6'5", 244. I'm guaranteeing you almost this guy has to be good just because usually Discovery pitchers are. But damn, 6'5", 244, and you're from Cuba. Who are you? Are you Aroldis Chapman as a starter? Because if that's the case, I mean, we'll have to see. He doesn't throw like Aroldis Chapman. If his two-seamer was 100, I'd not even be talking about him. He'd already be drafted. But we are going to go Terry Anaya. Just wanted to reiterate that. 4th round pick, Discovery pitcher. We're going to see how this strategy goes throughout this series. I think it's going to be foolproof. And like I said, I do not like going older players, even though he's a Discovery guy and all that. We're going to go the 18-year-old Bill Byler over that. And he looks like he's going to be decent. He's got a sinker. Now, his sinker looks like it's going to have no velocity, really. We'll see. His 4-seam has some velocity. But we're going to go Bill Byler. All these dudes are pretty big. 6'4", 237. He looks a lefty. I'm excited about these picks, man. Because usually Discovery pitchers are good. So we're going to go Bill Byler. Bang. There we go. 5th round pick. And for our last pick, we're going to go relief pitcher Henry Avalos and try to get some help in the bullpen. We have a bunch of starters. We drafted another one in this draft. We're going to go Henry Avalos. I'm super excited about these picks. That's our draft, basically, guys. I think I was able to find some pretty damn good value for Taylor Ward and a trade partner in the Texas Rangers. Now, I know they are a division rival, but hear me out. If you're a GM in a complete rebuild, trying to rebuild the farm system and acquire talent any way possible, do you really care if the talent comes from a division rival or not? If that is the best offer on the trade market for this player? No, you don't. Because I'm trying to find trades that make sense in the league and just in general, and I'm trying to be a little more realistic with trades. So for me, the Rangers, I looked, their statistics show you and their rankings show you that they are basically bottom 5 in every statistical category, and they are still 1 out of the wild card race. So, for me, personally, I think there's no doubt they would do this trade because the player we're going to grab is Jarrett Madison, who is 19 years old, and while he's not raking, but he's playing damn good, hitting for a good average, has a good OPP, just not slugging that well, but he's got a 727 OPS, and with the glove, he looks like the perfect second baseman. Doesn't have really a good arm, but doesn't need one. He's playing second base. Can run the bases. Has great contact. Good vision and discipline. He's not going to have pop, but it doesn't matter. He plays second base. I think this is pretty damn good talent for what we're trying to do, and it makes sense for the Texas Rangers because they really need some offensive help. They need a bat to come in and give them some power. Another player we want to find good value for on a 1-year deal, playing really well, is Jorge Soler. And these players are pretty old, and they want, obviously, their rentals, so they're not going to get that much for them. But we can still find players to grab that are 18 and need developing, and we found another one in Jim Cornell, who's a relief pitcher, who's definitely going to play well, great pitch mix. This dude's going to be great. I'm telling you right now, he will be good. He's not even really pitching for them in Double-A right now. He's not helping out the Diamondbacks at all. They are 19th ranked in power. The thing that I was really excited to show you guys in this episode is that finally the Anthony Rendon contract is coming off the books next year, along with just trading Taylor Ward and Jorge Soler, and earlier this season trading Mike Trout. A lot of money is about to be freed up, and as you can see, there's not going to be a lot of money occupied by one player, and what that's going to allow us to do is finally spend money in the right places to take this team to the next level and maybe be a wild card contender next year. I mean, who knows if we're developing players right and drafting correctly, making good trades that bring in more talent for the farm system, as you'll see, our farm system is way better now. We have guys that there are no A potentials yet, but a bunch of solid B potentials, and it's way better. There was one B potential last year in year one, and you can see that. We have a bunch of prospects in the top 25, and we're going to take a little look at a player that was a big talking point in our year one draft, Leonardo Taveras, or Big Mike, aka Giancarlo Portillo, who we did end up drafting. Which one's going to become the better player? Well, let's just say Taveras has a 589 OPS through almost 200 at-bats now in AAA. He's not playing well, so maybe we did make the right choice, but he's still getting better, so we'll have to see. Another huge development going into the All-Star break is that we had to, and I mean we had to, send Logan O'Hoppe down. If you look at these stats, with about 300 at-bats, we're getting close to 300, he is just playing so awful that he has to retool his swing in the minor leagues, which we'll probably do a player lock game with him. Hopefully call him back up maybe in a month or so, and just let him find himself back in AAA because he's just playing so bad. Now, Zach Neto is another player I was 100% thinking about sending down. I don't know if he still has a plus 300 on base, and I think he might be able to hit his way out of this one, but not O'Hoppe. I think O'Hoppe has to go down. I'm going to let Neto play his out. Maybe All-Star game. Surprise, surprise. There is no Angels players starting in that game, but not as much of a surprise. We have a player in the futures game, and that's where this organization is looking towards the future, because there's not many players right now at the major league level to get excited about, but our farm system is starting to get pretty exciting, including a player in Edgar Cabrera, who's only 18 and is starting for the AL in this futures game. And in my opinion, he might be the most exciting pitcher to look towards. He doesn't have the most insane pitch mix. That's Ray Frost who does. But he does have a sweeping curve, which is a little bit different. And he's going to be really exciting to look at. We're going to go hop into a game with him in this futures game and see what he's like. Here at Citizens Bank Park in 2026, in the futures game, going to see who is this guy in Edgar Cabrera. Does he have nasty stuff? Leonardo Taveras for the Mariners is actually leading off for the AL, even though he's playing terrible at AAA. Pretty interesting. Lou Portillo, who we could have picked in last year's draft as well, is starting for the National League. I'm super excited to see how Edgar Cabrera's start is. This is going to be awesome, because we really need a rotation here. And he literally, his first pitch of the game, he hits a batter. His first pitch of the game literally goes up and in, almost kills a guy. Wow. And I'm like hyping this guy, and then he just goes center cut. He's throwing fucking heat, though. Wow. All right. We're going to see. This slider might be nasty, boys. Ooh, okay. Good take by Sherwood Flores, and that's disgusting. Edgar Cabrera throws 98 with the four-seamer. Have fun. The first batter had to wear that on his elbow. Not nice. That's a disgusting changeup. 84 miles per hour. I don't know, guys. This guy might be the next big thing in the AL when it comes to pitching. Right now it's Tariq Skubal. In a couple years, oh, that slider's disgusting. Sit down. This is the futures game. He might have hit his first batter, but he's settling in, baby. And it's looking disgusting right now. All of his pitches. Wild pitch. And yeah, he's getting in there for free. Alex Freeland up at the dish now. I'm very curious to see what this team... That is disgusting, guys. Holy hell. Does he have everything you want? That sweeping curve is disgusting. That was a great take. Trying to paint the corners here.
I got 3 and 2.
3 and 2. He struck out 2 batters to start after hitting the first batter. But if he walks here, the first inning's not a great start. But that's 3 strikeouts to start this outing for him in the futures game. Want to definitely call him up to Double-A. I don't know if that's going to help his development or we should just keep him in low A ball for now. We'll see. He's throwing a lot of strikes, and there's a lot of things to get excited about. His K per 9 is insane. So, I'm hyped for this. All right, you got a little bit of that one. Ethan Salas. I don't know if it's Salas or Salas. He's disgusting. Sweeping curve inside on the paint as we see this pitch again. Look at this nasty movement sweeping across the plate and just catches the inside part of the plate. And his control is pretty damn good. And other than that first pitch, he just had to let the batters know who he was. He's painting right now. Call him Picasso. His name ain't Edgar. His name Picasso. Oh, dude, that sweeping curve is so gross. I don't know how they're taking it. Drew Jones in the batter's box right now. That was the pitch to hit right there. He was probably looking fastball. And we're going to go fastball here, up and in. They just can't catch up to it right now. He has how many strikeouts? 5 strikeouts to start this game. He struck out every batter except the one he hit so far. 23 pitches. Edgar Cabrera might be someone you got to watch out for. This guy is nasty.
2 balls, no strike.
They're not able to touch his pitches, and that's probably because he throws high 90s with the fastball.
3-0.
But all of his breaking pitches are low 80s, So, and then you got so much movement on him that when you're hitting 97 with the fastball, and then you can go 85 mile per hour changeup, that's a great take. We need to maybe throw a changeup again and hope. That's a disgusting pitch, and that should be the end of the inning here.
Got him.
That's basically the first contact they've been able to make all game. That's how good he's been. And that'll be the outing for him. 2 innings. He struck out 5 batters in 2 innings. Edgar Cabrera probably getting caught up to Double-A before the season's over. We got this roster, especially the pitching staff, after that great futures game start by Edgar Cabrera. I am super excited to see the arms we've brought in so far with a dozen different players in that farm system, not just pitchers, that I'm super hyped for. But Edgar Cabrera really just showed why you should be excited in this Angels franchise going forward for what we got going on. And a player I had to let go is Robert Stevenson, who, if you just look at his performance, it's so bad. He almost has a 2 whip. I mean, that is crazy. So we had to DFA him. I mean, I'm tanking, but I'm not tanking that bad. Almost 7 ERA and a 2 whip. Get out of my bullpen. Head into the month of August here. It is going to be very interesting to see how we develop as a team now that we don't have bats like Jorge Soler and Taylor Ward. We're not the bottom feeders of the AL West or the AL. Awesome to see. We're still ranked 28th out of 30 teams. That's terrible. I'm super excited for what we have in our farm system, and I want to look at a couple players like our homie Mike Trout out in Milwaukee, see how he's doing. I don't love that they're limiting the at-bats. He's only got 120. He's only played in 31 games this year. Doesn't really make sense because in those at-bats, he's been a freak. Look at what he's doing at the plate. It does not make sense. The slash line is off the charts. Give Mike Trout more at-bats. It doesn't make any sense. We got to figure that out, Milwaukee. If you want to win another World Series, get this man some more ABs. But we love to see it. He's on a contender playing great baseball. And as we look at our own players, like Zach Neto, who we wanted to send down with Logan O'Hoppe, we didn't. We let him get more at-bats at the majors. He has not shown us anything. He might be going on the same route as O'Hoppe. Couple weeks in the minor leagues. Tweak that swing. Bring him back up. Hope that he gets better because if you look at it, that sure as hell worked for O'Hoppe. 421 average, 532 on base, a 737 slug for a 1200 OPS. That is insane through 38 ABs. Going to give him another week or so, get him to like 50 at-bats, really make sure he's ready to come back up. But that is awesome. Almost walking as much as he's striking out too. Sometimes this is what you got to do for young guys like this. Hopefully this is what he needed to really rejuvenate his career. I'm hoping that's for the best. Same with Zach Neto. So there's some new developments heading into September. Obviously, we dropped down Logan O'Hoppe to the minor leagues. Set him down for a little bit, and it's worked wonders. He's had 100 at-bats in the minors, and he's playing amazing. And we decided to do the same with Zach Neto, but he's not playing nearly as good. He's still playing better. So our time with them in the minors is done. I want to send them back up. To end episode 4, I wanted to get back to the majors and do some player lock games with Zach Neto and Logan O'Hoppe, which, if you can tell, Logan O'Hoppe in his couple recent games since coming back, 4 so far, is playing well. Zach Neto, not so much. But went 2 for 5 in his last game. We'll see what he can do. This is going to be super fun. I hope to play more full games next season in year 3 when the roster is way better after getting some of these contracts off the books, developing some players, drafting, trading for some players. Next year's roster should be way more interesting and fun to play with. So I'll definitely be doing that. And for now, definitely want to look at a couple players and a couple storylines going into year 3 and ending this season. Next episode, we'll round off the end of the season, go into the off season and whatnot, finish up year 2, get right into year 3. It'll be super fun as Kyron Paris is hitting well over his last 6. Kikuchi finally bounced back, and Logan O'Hoppe homered in last game. So it's going to be pretty big to see what's going to happen with Logan O'Hoppe. He's a big part of this rebuild. If he can turn into something, he'll be here for a while. If not, he's going to be a bridge catcher at the most. And we're going to find a new one in the draft or elsewhere. So the Rangers are 3 games within the Astros, and the Brewers are within 3 games of the Pirates. I mean, these are 2 players or 2 teams we traded with to give them players that could help them on their run. So we're going to see if they end up doing anything. We obviously don't want the Rangers to do anything. Someone's got to win our division, but it'd be, I mean, I guess we want Taylor Ward to have success, and our players in the minors are still going crazy. Jim Cornell looks great as a reliever, number 2 relief pitcher in all of baseball as a prospect. Everyone's playing good. Christian Moore's not playing bad. He could get called up this year, but we're probably not going to call him up. As we have Big Mike, Giancarlo Portillo, he's going to be exciting as well. As we go into this player lock game with Zach Neto against the Guardians, going to see what we can really get done. We have Chase Silseth on the mound, who's honestly, our pitching on the back end of this rotation has gotten better. Neto's leading off. He's got the speed, has a ton of steals this year.
That's the ball.
And we get to take one outside here to start this at bat. And what's going to be so interesting to see is, can Neto bounce back this season? But really, that's not what we're worried about. We're worried about 2027, year 3 in this rebuild. Are these 2 players going to be a part of this future or not? Next year's really going to tell us that. This year was a little bit of a retooling of their swing late in the season. Can they have a resurgence after getting called back up, getting sent down? But if they can't, that's not a big deal as long as they come into next season with a, wow. Let's not talk about that one. Let's go to the next at-bat. How about that? That swing was atrocious. That swing was bad, boys. That was not fun. This is a dribbler to second, Luis Rengifo. Throws it over to first. Nolan Shawnoel picks it up, and that's an out. So let's get into the commentary, because I'm not trying to talk about that first at bat. That was bad. Luis Ortiz is kind of cooking with his cutter right now. Most stolen bases on the Angels. I like Neto's batting stance, but his swing for me, disgusting.
1-1.
Could have been called a strike for sure. A little high. Oh, he gets a piece of this one, but it's 84 off the bat. I mean, bro, come on, that's a decent swing. You gotta get better contact than that. luckily, like I said, there's players in baseball that don't have to be like insane at the dish and they can still give you value, and Zach Neto is definitely one of those. He's got a great glove. Renjifo doesn't have the arm, sadly, but he's got a great glove. He's great on the base paths. Can we work out the bat with this kid and really get him in groove to be one of the best shortstops in the game? Which, IRL, he really actually is. He is one of the best shortstops in the game. No lie. Alright, and Zach Neto is just getting nothing done right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I know you could say my swings are bad, whatever. The first at-bat, yeah. Second one, no. That was a decent swing. No contact. No hard contact at all. And the third one, blame who you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter. He's got to make better contact. There we go. No, high 90s fastball. You got to put that out in the seats. What do you want? I mean, Zach Neto, 94 off the bat. He's just not showing me anything. He's 0 for 4. This is bad. This is really, really scary going into year 3. If Zach Neto, we're going to be looking at... there's a couple positions I was hoping we could be like, okay, don't have to worry about. And one of them was shortstop, and one of them was catcher. And it looks like that's not going to be the case. We're going to win this game 3-0. Gregory Soto has become our closer, and he's been amazing. He's got one more year on his deal after this year, and he closes this game out, and the Angels win. Let's go. It's great to see the Angels winning some games. We have a bunch of players that are not in our future. It doesn't matter. 0 earned, 6 innings pitched for Selseth, and Logan O'Hoppe 2 for 3. Love to see it. And we're about to hop into a game with him and ruin his stats next. I hope you guys are excited. All right, after that terrible performance by Zach Neto, and totally not me, we're going to go into our next player lock game with another player just called back up from AAA who's playing way better, Logan O'Hoppe, and hopefully we can keep that going in this game versus our rival Mariners. And we'll have to see what we can do against the division rival, maybe win a game. Not too worried about winning games this year. Been saying it. Year 3 is when we're really going to start. I'm putting the pressure on. I'm hoping to contend for a wild card spot. I mean, look at it. We're 9 games below 500. Not that bad. The AL West has kind of floundered this year. Oh my gosh. Mike Trout hit 3 freaking homers in the last game he played against the Pirates. Wow. Now, mind you, I know you're probably sitting there saying, wow, why are you trading Mike Trout? I don't understand. Come on. You got to keep Mike Trout. I don't know why you have a southern accent, but you do. And the reason why is because his contract is ass, okay? His contract sucks. We're paying him to like 2029, $35 million a year. He's 34, and we're not winning any games. So it's a win-win trade. We get the contract off the books. We get a couple pieces, some talent, and we have all this in the farm system. First ranked farm system in MLB. As you can see, our top 30 prospects look insane. I'm super hyped. Let's get into the Logan O'Hoppe game. The pitching for both sides on this team has been dominant. We're going to have to see if O'Hoppe can stop that. As there's a man on first. Let's see if he's going to run on me, and he is. Let's go, O'Hoppe. Let me see that pop time. He's never been known as a defensive catcher, and that goes to show. That was a good jump by Garrett Hampson. He's got 99 speed. So I don't think I was going to get him anyways. But you never know. Gonna let him run. Oh, yes, he's in there. Joe Adell's in there, baby. Let's go. 9 stolen bases on the season. I thought he might get gunned there, to be honest with you. Thought he might get gunned. Ooh, a little late on that. Little late on that one. For sure thought Joe Adell was out there, but now we got a man in scoring position, and he crushes that baseball. Come on, push that one out, Logan. That's a goner. Into the bullpen. Catching that one. That's a homer. And we go up 2-run homer. His 11th in the year. Logan O'Hoppe is raking. To come back up from AAA and do this, tweaking his swing. We go up 3-1 off a 2-run homer there by Logan O'Hoppe. Beautiful swing. Love to see it. 381 into the bullpen. They ain't catching that one. That's a home run. Bottom of the third, and this is going to be a double play. Man was on first and second, and that was a great throw by Garrett Hampson to get us out. I mean, we already hit a tank with Logan O'Hoppe. That feels pretty good. We want to get that average up, though, to be honest, just a little bit. And it's 4-4 right now. I'm not loving it. Oh, disgusting circle change.
0-1's the count.
He's not great against lefties, which is surprising. He's a righty. Oh! That was right where the homer was pitched, too. Like I said, Zach Neto leads our team in stolen bases, has a good glove at short. There's some value there regardless if the bat never develops in this game, even though that was a disgusting pitch. Now, actually, it really wasn't that disgusting, but still. All right. 1 for 3 with a homer, 2-run homer. We need something big here. Bottom of the 8th. There we go. That's crushed. Oh, my gosh. Perfect out. Yeah, that's 2-run homer, boys, right? Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Luke Rarely. All right. We're trying to get out of this inning. Get to the bottom of the 9th. Hopefully win a game. You know, you never know. You never know. Kyron Parrish, you got something? Hit a homer, maybe? We're down 1 run. 2 strikes. Oh, this is going to be... No, there's no way. Yes! Let's go! The ball skirts away! It's second and third. Kyron Parrish puts it right where he needs to in the infield. Probably one of the only spots you could put it there. And we're going to see if Zach Neto... How fitting is this? Runners in scoring position, second and third. 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Can Zach Neto do something? This is huge, guys, for this storyline after we just had a player lock game with him, and this is how this is going to end. Strike 3 looking. That's the end of the game. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Wow. Wow, Zach Neto and Logan O'Hoppe are on 2 different paths right now. O'Hoppe homers in this game with a 2-run shot. And it just is a different feeling for both players right now after their player lock games. So I don't want these episodes to drag on too long. I really liked that we got a lot done in this episode. We're basically going into September now. We're going to do call-ups in the next video. Probably sim this month, go through some stats. Go, obviously, look around the league, see what's going on. We kind of checked up on some players. We'll check up on them again to end the season. Recap season 2, see what happened in season 2. Probably go into year 3, the off season. We'll try to do that all in one episode. With the biggest thing in the next episode that I hope you guys are super excited for is the players that we drafted. We're going to look at them, see what they really are like, see if they were worth where they went. And that's going to be really fun. I hope you really enjoyed everything you've been watching so far on my channel. If you have, leave a like and a sub. Always comment if you have any suggestions. I'm always open to suggestions for this series. So just let me know. And I appreciate all the love and support. I hope you guys have a good day. See ya.